So today we are doing burn belly fat workout. Let's do it, guys. now I'm going to show you how I made my cauliflower rice baked chicken. So for that I'm going to be using cauliflower rice, broccoli, peppers, chicken breast, mushrooms, garlic and chili pepper. Now I'm going to show you how I made my spinach mango quinoa salad, and for that you will need quinoa, spinach, strawberries, fresh mango, pumpkin seeds. I'm going to show you how I made this delicious blondie. So for that I'm going to be using chickpeas, almond butter, vanilla extract, agave nectar, salt, baking powder, baking soda and chocolate chips. I decided to do it completely vegan, so instead of normal chocolate I use dairy-free and sugar-free chocolate. Hello my beautiful angels, it's Kat. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. I hope everyone is doing great. So guys, week number 3, and oh boy, let me tell you, it was very intense and interesting week. It was very emotional time. For those who don't know, I am quite a big emotional eater. I really react according to my emotions and my feelings, and usually when I am sad or upset, I always look for something yummy thinking that it will solve all my problems, and obviously that will never happen, but I always try. And this week, because I felt very emotional for so many different reasons, it was, let's say this way, it was a massive test for my strong will to don't give up and don't give in into one of my habits, which is emotional eating. And yeah, I had a few doctor appointments this week. I am trying to fix my health. I literally gave an oath to myself for this year to fix my health, see what's up, and just try to work on that with everything else that's going on. So just to give you a little idea of what I'm going through and what I'm experiencing right now, which is actually current situations, because that literally happened today. So when I was 15 years old, I've been diagnosed with gallbladder stones, and to be exact, I've been diagnosed with one gallbladder stone, which was 2 centimeters big. That was a pretty impressive stone for a 15-year-old. And even though the main reason is unknown why I, produced that stone, from my experience, doctors really like to link any conditions, any diseases, especially when they see obese person, obese child. They love to link any illnesses and conditions to the fact that you're obese. So that's what happened. They said, we don't really know why is that, but looking at the weight of your child, that's probably it. Cool, let's roll with it. I mean, there's nothing else for me and my mom at that point that we could do. So as the time went by and I got older, I didn't really experience any attack, apart from the fact when I was 15 years old, I actually experienced 3 gallbladder stones attacks, which were, I mean, don't even ask me, because the pain, whoever experienced that know exactly what I'm talking about. It's excruciating pain. And touch the wood, I didn't experience anything like that afterwards. And as you know, gallbladder stones are very common if someone loses quite a bit of weight in a very short period of time. So usually it happens within 24 months after your bariatric surgery. So because I knew that I had already this one stone when I was a child or teenager, I always had that in the back of my head. So I mean, from the last, I would say 2-3 months, I did experience some pulsing. It wasn't a sharp pain, but pulsing pain on the right side. And then it clicked in my head that I should go and check it and see if maybe there's more stones appeared in my gallbladder. So I had scan done at the beginning of this week, well, the beginning of last week, and it turns out that I do have more stones in my gallbladder. It's very frustrating, because usually when you start to producing stones, there's no stopping it. You will produce stones even if you try to break them down, use ultrasound, try to remove them from your gallbladder. Typically you will produce more stones. From the scan, my doctor said as well that one of my wall of my gallbladder, there's an inflammation as well, which is obviously not good, because that might push the little stones to block one of the canals. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a specialist, so the technical words, don't blame me if I will say something incorrect. I know that one of my wall of my gallbladder, there is an inflammation in there, which obviously is not good. And I've actually had one of the most important consultations today with one of my surgeons, and when he looked at my scan and my results, luckily none of my organs are affected. My liver is perfectly fine, all blood tests came out perfectly fine, thank God to that. So he said the only solution for me is to remove my gallbladder. And honestly, at the beginning I was trying to ask him, what about using ultrasound, what about try to break them down a little bit. Well, he said, I'm not sure how much is of it true. Obviously I want to trust the doctor, thinking that he wants the best solution for me, but you know guys, these days how it is. Sometimes they're just looking for the easiest option, which is not necessarily the only options that you have. So when I asked about ultrasound, he was more towards removing the whole gallbladder, simply because he told me that apparently ultrasound usually doctors will use to break the huge stones. Obviously I do have one big, but rest of them they're quite small. I'm not sure. Whoever had an experience with removing gallbladder or gallbladder stones, definitely comment down below and tell me your experience, because I am at this stage right now when I'm still thinking, because obviously I got this information today and he literally over the phone, he wanted to refer me for a surgery straight away, and I just said to him that you need to give me a few days to just process it, because it's just happened so suddenly and I just need to, you know, consider all the pros and cons. The thing is that if my wall is already, there's an inflammation and I have already stones, I don't see any other choice than go for it and just book myself into a surgery. But it is a scary thought. I'm not scared of a surgery itself, I am just terrified of the life afterwards. The thing is that when I asked him how my life would look like more or less without gallbladder, obviously I am still young, there's whole life ahead of me, he technically told me that there's not much of a difference. Obviously everyone experiences it in a different way, which is, I do get it, it's completely true. So I can't, you know, base my decision on someone who, you know, is suffering or can't eat pretty much anything. And I'm talking here mainly, I'm scared mainly because of the fact that I know there's so many things that I won't be able to even think about during my lifetime in terms of food and my diet. So it is very overwhelming, because it might seem very easy procedure and, you know, so many people are going through the same thing. But when I think about my healthier choices that I make right now and all the healthier lifestyle that I just turned my life around, and then learning and then going to these baby steps again and be careful of what I eat and discovering what I can and can't eat, it's just really overwhelming for me right now. So anyway, I still have a little bit of time. I just need to wait for the letter from the hospital and then probably just make up my mind and say yes or no. Another very important thing that I was thinking about is, obviously I do plan to have a family one day, and I want to have a kid. And I am kind of, you know, mentally preparing myself already to be ready to be a mom. So that's why it's so important for me to take care of my health right now, fix everything that needs to be fixed, and just have a, you know, clean slate and just going through into the, you know, maternity and all of this experience healthy and strong. So another thing that I've heard is, obviously if you get pregnant and you have a gallbladder stones, there's a big possibility that those attacks and sharp pains will appear during your pregnancy. Again, these are the only stories of people that I know, of people that I've heard, you know, from my research. What is the truth? Who knows? Maybe nothing will happen to me, maybe I won't feel anything. For sure there are people that go through the same thing and they don't get affected by it. Just a lot of stuff to think about, and it's just very scary and overwhelming. So yeah, that was just a little insight of what's going on right now and what I am focusing the most on. So yeah, as you saw from the clip, it was very productive week in terms of meal prepping and working out and all of that. I am so happy that I can share this journey with you. If you want to see my previous weeks, definitely go and check them out. I will link them in the box description down below. So let's go ahead and let me share with you how much I lost this week and what is the result of the week number 3. So this week I've managed to lose 1.6 pounds, which is, I mean, it is incredible. I am very proud of myself. As I said, it was a super emotional week. I just literally cry without any reason every 10-15 minutes. There's so many different factors that obviously probably got into me and into my head. Some, you know, family matters, some personal things, so plus whole my medical journey, that everything just was like a cherry on the top of the cake. And it was a very emotional week, and I was stopping myself. I had to literally tell myself whole week, Kasia, it's not worth it, don't eat it, you will regret it, you won't be happy with yourself. And it's true. The thing is that if you are an emotional eater, when you are in the moment, it's just such an amazing feeling, and you feel good, and you know, oh, I won't regret it, because that feels amazing. Whatever feels amazing can't be bad for you. And then when you finish eating, it just hits you like tons of rocks, and you just feel so depressed. Like me personally, I would just basically before run for some mint tea just to kind of justify it. It will help me to digest it, I will be fine, that won't really affect me. And it always does affect you, because binging and emotional eating is not normal and it's not healthy. And if you have a problem with that, you should really seek for help. It is a massive psychological issue, and I think if it goes to the point when you really can't stop yourself, you should really seek for help. It's just not good for you. Yeah, so summarizing this week, very emotional. I literally cried whole day, every day, without any reason, and I am not even due yet. It's crazy, it's honestly crazy, but it's okay. Another week, another challenges probably that I will face. Hopefully the emotional phase just will fade away, just leave me alone, and I can focus finally on stuff that I need to do. I will be preparing for you video for next week. It's going to be kind of like a weight loss tag. So I found, again, I think I mentioned about it in my last video or 2 videos ago, that I just want to do like a typical weight loss questions that people are asked, and some of them that I've been personally asked, and you know, things that are interesting and people that wants to know, and something that I want to know when I watch someone on the weight loss journey. If you want to ask me about anything, definitely leave it in comment section down below. I will definitely answer those questions in my next video. And as I mentioned earlier, I am preparing myself for another carb sale, and then I will summarize all 3 carb sales that I did so far, and I will just show you everything that I got. It's going to be amazing long video, but I will show you everything and I will include prices, and you are going to be shocked to see what I've got and for how much. So definitely stay tuned for that. And again, thank you so much for sticking with me and being with me on this journey. It's such a big roller coaster. I mean, healthier lifestyle is always a roller coaster, especially if you are kind of at the beginning. You know, even though I had my surgery over a year ago, I don't look at it like I am just so advanced already and I know what I'm doing, because this is not a journey that I decided to take for 2-3 years time. This is a journey that I decided to take it for a lifetime. So if you look at the time that you still have to live on this earth, it's just the beginning. It's just a tiny little bit that you just did. It's just a tiny little baby step that I decided to do. So there's still a lot of things to consider. There's still a lot of things to learn. There's still so many mistakes that needs to be done, and I'm super happy and excited about it. Honestly, I am, because every mistake teaches me something else and shows me what I can do better and how I can improve myself and my journey. So yeah, thank you so much guys for watching, and I really appreciate all your love and all your support. I really am grateful for every single one of you that supports me on my journey. And if you do like my videos, if you do like my content, definitely consider to subscribe. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up. I will really appreciate that, and obviously share any feedback, any comment in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay beautiful, stay strong, and stay safe. Bye guys.